today we're going to be removing my headlight motor here. Let me show you why. I actually got to flip it. I just washed the car, so it may be a little wet in here. Let's see here. Oh, that's not my cord. Here's my cord. Oh, it's all kind of wet. That might be bad. But we plug it in and, oh, never mind. The battery's disconnected. Forgot I did that. But pretty much the problem is that the motor doesn't stop. It just constantly turns and it's just stripping the gear. And so I contacted the manufacturer and they said they were going to send me a new motor, so I need to get this one out. I actually replaced this motor about 2 months ago. I have the old motor right over here all taken apart because that wasn't working, and I put this new one in and it already malfunctioned. Meanwhile, this one, the original factory one, is still working. That's just great. Alright, so for today I have a 10mm, 14mm. So for the 1987 Corvette, it's a different type of motor. We have 3 wires here. In the newer models there's just 2. So I'm going to disconnect the actually headlight part here that turns on the light for it. So for this one we have 2 bolts here that are 10mm. 10mm bolt here, and I think down here. And then we have another one right in here. And then you're gonna have to take off this bolt that's a 13mm to then like take it fully off. I'm pretty sure you have to take this bolt out first from what I remember, and then this bolt, because then when you're trying to pull this out, the bolt gets stuck on that. So that's just wonderful. Pretty self-explanatory then. And then once you get it off, the easiest from what I see for this 1987 Corvette, this type of headlight motor, it was easier just to take apart the whole headlight. Like, I mean, take the top casing off. I mean, I'll probably get to that part. It's way easier to do that way. From what I was watching, like all the newer models are just like easy. You can take the motor off and leave the whole headlight together. But for this, it's just way easier because you're just taking 4 more bolts off. It's like 2 more bolts, you take off the top part, and another 2 bolts, and it's completely disassembled. Super easy. So first I brought towels so that, you know, I don't crack this at all. I'm gonna try to sneak this in here. Usually it's better when it's closed, I'm not gonna lie here. So I'm gonna try to sneak this under here, and then we'll probably pull it through the other side, honestly. But then I have a big towel for where I'm gonna put the motor. So now this is the problem, I can't even. You know what, I could probably turn it. Oh wait, I see it now. It's all wet in there. I was like, I need to get this thing washed. It was like covered in bugs. Too many late night drives, you know. Late night drives like get it filled with bugs and stuff. Okay. You got underneath, and that's what matters. That was the big thing when watching stuff on this, is that keeping it protected. Alright. You can see, obviously, I'm not in the greatest attire right now. Yeah, I'm just lazy. Wearing some slides, socks, and a pair of shorts. What else do you need in life? Oh, great. I'm trying to think the best way to do this, because I remember pretty sure I remember I think that bolt doesn't have to be removed. If you probably just remove that whole thing comes off, because I'm pretty sure that's assembled to that. So I think I'm going to try to disassemble this part first. Let's check if this is on this thing. would probably be easier for you guys to see if I had a light. I know the quality on this GoPro is absolutely terrible. So I'm sneaking it in. Holy crap. I don't even know. See, and then I like need a headlight. Yo, if I get enough views, I could get a headlight. You can see I spent all my money on this Corvette and all the parts that I put into it. Alright, we're gonna pull this out. So yeah, it's a bunch of like studs, I'm pretty sure. I'm just like, ooh. Motherfucker. Oh. I found the bolt after I dropped it. Now I'm probably yeah, I'm gonna loosen that out. I'm gonna get the bolt out. So wait, I have that on me. Yeah, like that thing's already moving now. Alright, let's not drop this one. Boom. Boom. Holy crap. Got butterfingers, bro. Bro. Why did I say bro? The fuck? Oh, I mean, man, I need to stop saying. Alright. So now, really, when you look at this side, I think all we have is this one and then these two. So I'm gonna take out that bottom one. I think oh, I just hit that. Now we're gonna start being careful here. I feel like I should have like another towel. Hold on. Can what is this body made of? I know what it is. What am I? Wow, I'm forgetting like the freaking what this is made of. Fiberglass. Fiberglass can't get. No. Stainless steel. Right? Literally giving myself back pain right now. Like, you know, usually when people see this car, they think there's like an old guy driving it, and then they like look over and it's a 19-year-old. But like, what's the difference between a 7-year-old and me? I still have back pain from working on this thing. Oh, look at that. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Oh, my slides are getting stuck. Bro, I could remove your headlight motor in like 30 minutes. If you want to hire me. You're lucky. Alright. So now, you've got it on here. Let me remember how I took this thing apart. I remember. Alright, so I see screws on the side. So we'll get those, and then I see these two bolts here. They're tiny, tiny, tiny little screws. So we'll unscrew these. Like, who needs a headlight? I think I've seen cars where they like, I've seen some crazy C4s where people like, it's like a double turbo, I think. They don't even have the hood on, so they don't even have headlights, obviously. And they just use their parking light or whatever. You can turn on those front lights, and that's all they do. so why can't I do that? Problem is if a cop pulls me over and I'm like, I can only flip up one headlight. Dude, that'd be a funny picture if I put my head through there. Alright. Remove those tiny ones. What do we think that is? Where's my 8mm? Oh, that's tiny. That's like a... where's my 6? The 6 is still... Wait. Hold on. I can figure this out here. The 6... Hold on. I don't know why my brain... I'm trying to say it out loud. I know what I need to do. Yeah, 7 fits. So we'll get... You should probably look at these a little closer. I remember I was a little confused on how they go on. So we'll... Yeah, because there's like a bolt you have to take off in here. So you can take it out, and it's like super annoying. Boom. Look at that. I really need more space, bro. I need like a whole garage, bro. Just like tool bunches. Alright. Let's see here. I think from what I remember, I definitely took these bolts out so that, oh yeah, so then I could drop this panel here. Yeah. And then I probably gotta do the same on here then to get that out. Alright. We'll put these over here. And now we've got... Man, I touched my nice hat with dirty hands. What is this? Tamo? Bingo! What's his name? Oh. Yeah, I'm doing this all from like... I wouldn't say memory. I don't really exactly remember the steps, but this is way quicker than last time, I'll tell you that. The first time I did this, whew, I was really slow and meticulous, and now I'm just like realizing that it's actually just a few bolts and then it's off. Yeah, I kind of remember this like... Yep, and then now we need to get two back here, which I think I remember this being a pain. This whole assembly off. I'm actually gonna put this towel down. And then these have the clips on them. Okay. So now we just have to, see now it's way easier. Like we can get at that nut so easily. So now we're gonna take apart our 2 bolts right here. Somebody tells me there might be a 10. Yeah, they're 10. You know, that manufacturer they have not yet told me when they're sending that motor. They're like, oh, give us your address and everything, because your stuff is like, it's been 2 months, so we don't have your information anymore. And I was like, oh yeah, sure. Oh, here's a 3rd bolt. I'll take that out. I sent it to them, and they just have ghosted me. So freaking, they better send me a motor. It's like ridiculous that all of a sudden, 2 months into having this new motor, it just breaks. It just goes haywire on me. And then they're telling me to like replace all these parts. I'm replacing relays, modules, still not fixing it. And then they're like, okay, we'll send you a new motor. I'm like, thank you, dude. I've just had it been winking pretty much, because it's annoying to have it down because it doesn't stay flush when it's down. It looks like I have a broken headlight, so I just keep it up. But when I drive, I'll flip them up and then I'll push it halfway back in to turn on the parking lights, so I don't freaking have to drive with these bright ass lights on all the time. Alright, now to the fun part of what do we think that is? Bolts out. Alright, now we have the wiring. We have to pull out here. Oh, you telling me I have to pull out this clip? Well, there's the headlight motor out. Now we'll package this back up. So let's put this thing back up here. So you see, not much. Pretty much after this, you take your new motor and just put it in this original spot. It literally lines up like it shows you here, that like it fits right in, tight on the nut, and you put in these 3 bolts. Put the 3 bolts back in. You're just reassembling it pretty much after that, you know. And then you're taking your bottom panel here. You're just lining these 4 bolts up, and then you're putting the top back in where you got the 2 screws here and the screws on the front. And then, you know, bringing it back over. It's always helpful to have a second hand for when putting it in. I think I did it by myself. It was a big pain. I remember sitting here just like holding it as hard as I could, because you can just really push it up against here. Get some bolts threaded. And then it's not that bad, but yeah, that's how you pretty much take it apart. And if you're smart enough and have some brains, it's pretty easy to put back together. I find it pretty interesting to take it back together, you know, put it all back together. It's pretty fun to take it apart, look at it, see how it works, and then mess with it. That's what I did with the old motor over here. I actually have a video of it turning the gears. Like, I plugged it in and it turns all the gears. Now this one, I don't know. I don't know what really went bad in it, because when I plugged it in, it turned, but when it was in before, it wasn't working. It just wouldn't even turn it. So all of a sudden I plug it in now and it works, which is kind of weird, but I did take it apart. So I don't even know where I put the screws for this thing. I don't plan to reuse it, but this is just kind of like the insides of it. Looks crazy. It looks really disgusting too, but that's all that grease that they use for it. Look, there's like debris here. Oh my god, I'm gonna have cancer now. What did I just touch? How much to lick this? I just scraped that off my finger. Yeah, there's like a weird debris right there that's built up. And the problem is when I turned it on, it really sounds bad. You could really hear it. You're like, it sounds really weird. But yeah, this is my old one that I took out like a few months ago. 2 months ago? And then now the old one, and the new one's broken. Isn't that just wonderful? Well, let's just stop yapping at this point. That's how you pretty much take out a 1987 Chevrolet Corvette. Chevy? I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it right there. Nice, easy fun little thing to do, honestly, on the Corvette. It's not even that difficult. Some people rebuild these. I did not do that. I was like, mine's so screwed because it wasn't even turning on and off. I knew it wasn't a gear. So, but yeah, good luck on yours. I hope yours is as easy as mine was today. Peace.